Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a great and wonderful day. What? What? Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Well, what we have here is uh, another school shooting. Now, I understand that some people think it would be a good idea to ban guns because there are school shootings. Well, let's see here. School shootings are very, very low percentage of things of happening, even though they tend to be happening a bit more often. And I think the only reason why school shootings are becoming more prevalent is mostly due to the fact that we have social media now, so they're easier to spot. Not saying that they're good, and not saying we shouldn't do things about them, but banning guns would not be the actual correct solution. But apparently, this kid has went on a rampage because he didn't get a dice game. So we're gonna go over it. Says Wilmer Hutchins High School shooters is seen sneaking through unsecured door before unleashing hail of bullets. So we'll probably watch this and here and there. 17 seconds. So there you have it. I mean, you're not gonna get much from there because it's just nothing. So we have this here. It says a teenage boy who shot up a Texas high school on Tuesday was let in by another student, according to an arrest affidavit. Tracy Haynes, junior 17, has been charged with aggravated assault, mass shooting after he injured 5 students amid the rampage at Wilmer Hutchins High School in Dallas. Surveillance video obtained by CBS News captured the moment Haynes entered the schoolway. He was let in by a student using an unsecured door just after 1 p.m., according to his arrest affidavit. Haynes then approached one student and appeared to shoot them at point-blank range. 5 students aged 15 to 18 were taken to local hospitals with injuries, according to the affidavit. The suspect turned himself into authorities later on Tuesday and was booked into the Dallas County Jail, where he was being held on a $600,000 bond. See, here's the thing here that I have a problem with this. Now, I understand that every states are different, right? But the problem that I have with this is that Carmelo Anthony got a $1 million bond, right? And he killed one person. This person has a $600,000 bond, but he injured 5 people and did a mass shooting. Now, obviously, what happened to Austin Metcalf was disgusting and never should have happened, and it should have just been left to the sideway, right? It never should have happened, and it's horrible. But if we want to say on the tragedy here, now the tragedy here, in my opinion, is a bit worse. And the only reason why I say it is a bit worse is because 5 people were injured, and potentially somebody is going to may actually be unalived in the situation here, right? And this is worse. So why isn't his bond like closer to like an actual million, or if not more, because more people were injured in this? And I'm not saying Austin Metcalf shouldn't have be more than his thing is not serious. I'm just saying that the death to the degree here, this is a bit more serious than what is being perceived than what Austin Metcalf is. Says first responders were called to the school at 1:06 p.m. according to Dallas Fire Rescue personnel. By 1:45 p.m., the active shooter threat had reportedly ended, but helicopter footage showed a heavy police presence around the school. An 11th grade student told NBC DFW that a dispute over a dice game led to the gunfire. So let's continue. They said they were playing a dice game. I guess that's what it was over. I guess that he lost money, the boy that was shooting, she said. So, obviously, we can see here, right, that this person is black, right? We can obviously see that this person is black. And, again, guys, what is going on here? We have so many people that are losing their minds over petty things that are specifically going down to black nature, and we don't want to say we don't have a black violence problem. It's like I don't know where we're going with this in terms of black people are not inherently violent or whatever. We have to start addressing these issues. We all know this is a problem. Black people know it's a problem. It's such a big problem that black people make memes about it, but especially about the young youths. So what are we talking about? They're even called young ends, all right? They're called young ends because of how violent and how dangerous they are. Like, this is not like some type of joke or like a lie. This is just completely facts here. Now, we can say that, yes, there are also white people that go and do mass shootings. In fact, we would even say it's extremely rare that black people do mass shootings, at least when it comes down to doing in schools, right? So this is primarily, I would say, a white people thing, but black people can also do this too. But the issue is that a lot of the white people that I see that are end up doing this, and I'm not trying to justify their actions whatsoever, happens to be on the trans side of things, all right? They happen to be on the trans side of things. So this person is not, for what I'm getting here, it doesn't seem to be trans whatsoever, but he is just doing this over a dice game. The trans people already had something mentally wrong with them. This guy here is just doing this over a dice game. What are we doing? Exactly. Goes on to say here, we were in class and I saw him walk by, and then 2 seconds later, I heard like 6 shots. And the teacher ran to the door and closed it and told us to hide in the corner. The student said the shots she heard were loud because she was sitting at the front of the classroom. Everybody just started running, and I was like, was that a gunshot? And this girl's next to me, she started falling down, she said. She added that the school's metal detectors were working that day, raising questions about how the weapon got on school grounds. Yeah, that's another good question. How did it get on school grounds? You say the metal detectors were working. Well, obviously they were not, because if they were, then, they would probably not be able to be inside. I remember there were metal detectors at my little junior high school because, we had a lot of, bit of gangbangers there, a bit of thugs, and it wasn't the greatest place, fights in the day, we got to do what we got to do. Got to keep the youngins from wanting to put holes into you, It's just got what we got to do. So, again, it goes on to say here that harrowing images have circulated of students fleeing to their lives on a local road and across the school's field toward the Wilmer Hutchins Eagle Stadium. By 1:45 p.m. local time, the active shooter threat and reporting ended, but helicopter footage still showed a heavy police presence around the school. Another student, a senior, claimed to be even closer to the shooting, telling NBC DFW that she was just 7 feet away when the shots rang out. I was really scared and I was panicking really bad. It was bad. I was really afraid. I was actually in the cafeteria getting my lunch, and I thought maybe it was some balloons popping or something from my AirPods, and then I saw a whole lot of kids running the opposite way. That's the thing here, too, is that here's another thing I'm going to put in. I'm going to give this like maybe 15, 20 seconds. Is that a lot of people don't actually know what gunshots are unless they're, they trained with guns or whatever, right? A lot of people do not know what gunshots are. So you're going to pull on this narrative that, like, the gun situation is horrible, and I'm not saying this is not a horrible thing at all. What I'm saying is that it's extremely rare for this to happen. Most people don't know what gunshots are, so they're going to assume it's a balloon or whatever. So again, we cannot be saying that this is a constant thing, all right? Like, we can't be doing it. It's not true. Latara Drobin, the mother of the freshman boy, said her son jumped out of his classroom window when the shots were rang out and ran to a nearby elementary school. This is going on too much at the school. Last year, my oldest son was a senior here, and there was a shooting. Now he's here with the same thing going on. It's ridiculous, Dobbin said. One student was injured in the shooting that took place in a classroom at the same school year. Superintendent Ella Stephanie also gave a new conference just after 5 p.m. and explained that all students have been reunited with their parents. Good. So we have that here. We have day after shooting at Wilmer Hutchins High School, several questions remain. Goes on to say here, Wilmer Hutchins High School is closed for the rest of the week, and a 17-year-old is in custody after a shooting on campus Tuesday injured at least 4 students and sent others scrambling for safety. Dallas ISD Superintendent Stephanie Elizabeth said the campus, located in the 5500 block of Longden Road, will be closed Wednesday and Thursday as a result of the incident. Dallas ISD already had previously scheduled district-wide closure for Friday and next Monday. A 70-year-old suspect identified as Tracy Haynes was booked into Tuesday night into the Dallas County Jail around 9:30 p.m. and is facing a charge of aggravated assault, mass shooting. According to online jail records, his bail was set to $600,000. Now, here's the thing, right? We have this here to where we obviously know that this kid did it, right? We obviously know this kid did the mass shooting. But why is Carmelo Anthony, we obviously know that he's the murderer here, but he's just getting, all this other free stuff, right? It's insane. It's insane. So, again, we have this here. According to an arrest warrant affidavit, goes on to say Haynes was seen on the surveillance footage entering the school through an unsecured door after an unidentified student opened for him. Haynes then walked through the hallways until he spotted several male students. Haynes then displayed a firearm and opened fire indiscriminately, striking 5 students before approaching one student who was not able to run. Haynes then appeared to take a point-blank shot, the affidavit said. DSID's Assistant Police Chief Christina Smith said Tuesday at a news conference that 4 students were injured. Jason Evans, a Davis fire rescue spokesman, said Tuesday that 3 students between the ages of 15 and 18 were confirmed to have been injured by gunfire, while a 4th person whose age was not known suffered a musculoskeletal injury to the lower body. That doesn't sound good at all. It even said that Wednesday that a 5th person, a 14-year-old girl, was also taken to a hospital with symptoms related to anxiety about an hour after the initial 4 students, but she was not shot, he added. Okay, so that's a bit irrelevant, all right? That doesn't really matter. Seems like she'll be fine. A Dallas ISD spokesperson did not immediately respond to an inquiry about the apparent discrepancy in the number of people shot. The afternoon gunfire occurred barely a year after the last shooting incident took place at the same high school. Last year, this time, a student brought a gun to the campus and shot another student in the leg. The Monday after the incident, which occurred in the classroom, students staged a walkout and said they do not feel safe at school, and rightfully so. Multiple students said at the time that the school's metal detectors are not regularly used and the school does not consistently enforce its clear bag policies, both points of frustration. Which probably you might start doing that, especially now. It's like, it's just like there's so many ways to prevent things from happening, and it's like, we're a school. We're not going to do the things to prevent things from happening. By the way, we're going to blame everybody else for it. It's like, no, you idiots. Like, there were ways to prevent this, and you weren't using the metal detectors. So, obviously, a travesty was like this is going to happen. I mean, I don't know what to tell people, man. Like, yeah, it's not good, right? This is not good, and obviously, this kid needs to be put in prison and has served some very good time in jail. But the problem that we have here is that black people are doing this way too much. At least committing these heinous crimes and doing these crazy things. So obviously things need to be dealt with. We need to have a huge talk in this situation here. And I think the big elephant in the room is we need to start talking about single motherhood, black single motherhood in general, honestly. But black single mothers just have the higher percentage. So we're about to talk about that. But in general, we need to talk about this because this is outrageous. And if you think this is the end, it's not. So yeah, buckle up, guys. It's gonna be crazy. So, guys, that's it for the video. Much guys share. As always, take care, my friends.